So today I'm going to be going over some filmmaking gear that I bought this year in 2024 that I feel really helped my filmmaking craft. This is going to be a very random list, some more expensive things and some super cheap things, some lenses, some bags. So I hope you enjoy it. So the first thing on my list is the Blazar anamorphic lenses. This has been on my radar for a while now. As soon as I saw YouTube reviews of these lenses, I figured they were exactly what I wanted. It took me a while to get hold of them, firstly because they were on back order for a while, and they are quite pricey. As soon as I was able to, I went ahead and ordered the 35, which I'm using right now, and I also ordered the 85, and I'm in love with these lenses. These are exactly what I've always wanted to shoot on ever since I've first picked up a camera. I've always looked for that kind of cinematic, again, a very broad term, but that cinematic look that I see on film and TV, constantly trying to emulate that in my own work. The minute I put that 35mm on, the minute I saw the kind of apparitions on the image, the filmic quality that the lenses give you, it's a very warm, inviting image. Obviously it's anamorphic as well, so the image is stretched. Exactly what I've wanted. I'm going to do a more in-depth review on these two lenses. I actually used them on a project already, and I used these Sarai anamorphic, which are cheap anamorphic lenses, as a B cam on my B cam. And when I saw the two images side by side, they were night and day. So I went ahead and bought the 85 as well, even though again it's quite pricey. These are exactly what I want. I can't recommend them enough. I'm constantly trying to get my images to be in line with what I want images to look like. I know it's a very kind of obvious statement, but I think in this day and age, there's so many videographers out there, so many people creating videos, what's important is to figure out how you want an image to look and use that philosophy, work toward that philosophy to ensure that you stand out in your uniqueness in this oversaturated market. The second thing that I bought this year that I really love was the DJI Mini, a drone. I have not used a drone up until now. Whenever I've needed drone shots in the past for clients, I've usually just found a friend or hired someone to fly a drone for me. But I've always wanted a drone. I know what drone images can give you to a project, but I've never really had it as a priority to eventually pull the trigger. And eventually I went ahead and did, and I bought the DJI Mini. I actually returned it and I got the DJI Mini 4K instead, because when I saw the footage was not as sharp as I wanted it to be comparatively when put alongside my other footage. I realized I needed 4K, but drone footage doesn't really get better than that. It really takes a video from 10 to 100. It's really something that you should prioritize on your list of investing in. I think any client footage that includes drone footage always looks 100 times better, and it doesn't really need more explanation. Drone footage is beautiful. It allows you to get in the sky, see things from the sky, see things as vast as they are, get angles that you can never get from the ground. It's really a no-brainer, and I know it's a staple of any videographer's kit, but I've put it off for the longest time, and I kind of regret doing that. Actually, I wish I invested in a drone sooner. I took it to London, I flew it around there. Here's some footage that you're seeing right now, and I'm just so happy with the way it looks, and I just can't wait to get the 4K version so I can start flying that around too. Something else I bought this year, which is a very boring item, is a light stand bag. I know that might seem like a very obvious thing to buy, but for me, transporting gear is such a nightmare. I can't figure out the best way to do it, and it really comes with continuously going out and filming and figuring out what you need and then allocating your money accordingly. I used to use this super big light stand bag, which I featured on this channel before, which is the Think Tank Production Manager, but it's just kind of a bit too heavy. And the way I transport gear now is I have a cart. So right now my light stands are kind of thrown into my car and thrown into the truck, and they bounce around there and stuff like that. And it's just unloading gear and going to location is kind of annoying when you have to take light stand out one at a time. So I just wanted to kind of find a bag that would kind of collect all these light stands together, so I'd have less hand movement when it comes to taking stuff out of my truck or just transporting stuff generally. It's not an essential by any means, but I really wanted a big light stand bag, and I found one on Amazon. It's huge. It fits 4 or 5 light stands and a tripod, exactly what I wanted. Next thing I bought this year was this phenomenal camera bag. I can't recommend this bag enough. Just absolutely amazing. I've spoken before on this channel about the Manfrotto hard case bag that I used to use when going out and filming, and also when traveling on flights and stuff. The issue with that is that because it was a hard case bag, I would have loved if there was a bit more space to fit a few more knickknacks, and I found this bag and it was exactly perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Now when I travel, I can fit my cameras in there, my mics, my lenses, also my laptop, my SSD drives, my laptop charger, and even books as well. So it's absolutely phenomenal. You can fit everything in there. The only issue is obviously the weight might be an issue if the airline weighs carry-ons, which has happened to me a few times. But the miracle of this bag is that you can just kind of convert it into a backpack and kind of hide the fact that you won't need it to be weighed and then just kind of sneakily transform it back into a carry-on when you get to the plane. So it's a wonderful bag. I'm definitely going to do a more detailed review of this bag. The construction is amazing. It's very sturdy. I saw on Amazon someone compared it to a think tank bag, and the second I saw that, I was like, I'm very happy, and I bought it straight away. The next thing I bought, which I love, it's also a very random purchase, is this DJ bag. Essentially, I needed a bag just to fit a few lights that I wanted to transport, some Amaran lights that I have, LED lights, and I just wanted a way to transport them efficiently, and again, not having too many bags to deal with. And I found this very affordable solution on Amazon. It's meant for DJ equipment, but in it I'm able to fit my 2 Amaran lights with their chargers. I can fit in gels, clamps, my reflector, and the clamp for the reflector. So it's absolutely perfect. I call it my kind of second lighting bag, but it's very important for me to have one bag where I can kind of fit as many things as possible, but at the same time it's not too heavy, it's not too difficult to transport, and this for me was perfect. And the next thing I bought, which I'm honestly going to do a whole video on, is this $20 muslin cloth. I love this cloth. I can't recommend it enough. I'm always trying to figure out how to make my lighting as soft as possible, make it as hidden as possible from the camera, so you can't tell that's softbox when you're watching it. And the way to do that is to kind of, you know, give the assumption that's coming in from the window, and it's absolutely wonderful. A $20 solution. I just kind of clamp it onto my softbox when I'm filming, and it just gives a beautiful kind of wash over the face of the interviewee. And for $20, I really can't recommend it enough. I think a trap that I and many of us fall into is that we keep thinking we need to spend tons and tons of money to get the image that we want, but there's a lot of DIY solutions to the way we want to construct our image, be it when it comes to lighting or anything else. You know, you can definitely buy lighting cloths, negative fill, stuff like that, but they do get very pricey and expensive. But using, you know, curtains, muslin cloths, and just, you know, even black curtains for negative fill are always cheaper solutions to kind of crafting the image that you want to craft. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that list. I'll see you hopefully in the next video. Goodbye.